All right, guys, welcome back to Spiritual Bong Water. This is episode 6, and we're going to talk about mind altering for mental health. My apologies for the delay on this episode. Had a lot going on, but today I do have my friend Jasmine here with me, and we will be talking about microdosing and the psychological and scientific purposes of it. We both microdose.
Yes, indeed.
It is very good for anxiety and mental health issues like depression. I think that's insomnia it helps people with as well. There's literally like a million uses, and they have scientifically proven that microdosing can repair connective tissue in the brain that has been damaged by trauma or PTSD. So it literally repairs like brain tissue taking microdoses of these magic mushrooms.
Yes.
So literally, I don't know about you, but personally, like, I took them because I had really bad anxiety and a decently bad, like, bout of depression is when it started. And I was microdosing, and I honestly, like, visibly noticed the improvement in my mood and my mental health. And so, like, I kind of stuck with it. And it's, I don't know, what is your cycle when you take them?
When I take mushrooms, for me, it's an instant dopamine uplift. That serotonin and oxytocin is much boosted in my brain, and I can feel it sometimes, like, depending on the strain or how high the dosage is that I take, I can actually feel the synapses popping in my brain. So for me, it's more like an uplifting feeling. I would say a more happier time instead of being sad and anxious and like nervousness. Oh, it definitely like knocks the nervousness all the way out.
Oh, for sure. I agreed. I concur. But so like when I take them, when I microdose, I try and do like a schedule, right? They said like 2 weeks microdosing, 1 week off. Do you try and stick to like something like that, or do you just do it like when necessary?
So when I first started microdosing, actually I did a 2 days on, 1 day off, 2 days on, 1 day off. So, I did that for about a month, and like the next month after that, I had completely went dry on microdosing, and I could tell that when they wore off, like towards the end of the next month. Okay, so I did 1 whole month microdosing off and on. Boom, the next month, completely dried out from mushrooms, and when I say I could tell the complete difference of my dopamine levels, just that angst was rising up towards the end of the month, like it was ebbing off. So I could tell. Yeah,
definitely. I feel like keeping them in your system for like a solid amount of time, and then you stop doing them, they're still really in there and helping you more than you know. And then when it really wears off, you're just like, wow, it's back. Here we are again. Yeah. Like, and it's a little bit harder, but like, that's why I think they say do that schedule of like 2 weeks on and 1 week off. And, like it helps a lot, but like it's, it helps with that, but it also helps with like your energy level, your ability to get up and do things. Like it makes it easier, to be in a better mood and be motivated for life, as opposed to like, oh, I might get up and do something today if I can muster the strength.
That crazy bed rot.
That shit's fucking, it's serious. So like, mycelium is known to work with connective tissue in the brain, and like what it's called in your brain, like the connective area before it could break, like the strength of it is called neuroplasticity. And neuroplasticity is pretty like pretty tough in the human brain. But then when you go through something very traumatic, or like, you know, like the death of a loved one, or, you know, losing something that meant a lot to you, it definitely breaks those bonds in your brain. So it's like, they literally were looking at these scientific studies, and they did people, you know, who they gave a microdose and then they gave them a placebo. And the people who took the microdose were visibly like, their brain activity lit back up in those areas where, it had been, you know, damaged. Right. So like, it's literally not just, you know, a mood stabilizer. It's not like taking a, you know, like a Xanax, you know, it's literally, it's something that repairs the damage that is there. And I think that's why it's so important that people start to learn about it, is because, you know, we're over here taking these temporary fixes like pills and stuff that fix the problem for the moment. But if you stop taking them, the problem is back. And if you, you know, get addicted to them, then there's that too. Like, I don't think I've ever heard of anyone being addicted to mushrooms. What about you?
No.
Like,
not that I can, right off the top of my head, no, not at all.
Like,
I know that mushrooms help with PTSD, anger issues, anxiety, hunger problems. There's many a thing with sleep, insomnia.
Dude, every time I take like a handful of mushrooms, I want to take a nap. I'm literally ready for bed. Like, it's better than a NyQuil, dude. It's better than Benadryl. Like, I literally will take mushrooms and I'll be like yawning my face off until I take a nap because I need one.
Nice.
Like sleep time pills.
Nice. That's nice.
There's other things too though that like help with that. And so like, St. John's wort, also, ashwagandha. Those are both things that you can take daily, like vitamins, and they help, improve the effects of the psilocybin for some reason.
Nice.
They like accentuate it.
I did not know that.
I have taken the gummies with the ashwagandha, and it is a whole different feeling. It literally is like being on a cloud, and you only got to take one gummy. So it's like really wild at that point, because you're like, one gummy.
Nice. Now I gotta try it.
You got to. Like, the ashwagandha, it enhances it so much. It's also good for, like, you know, improving brain health and mental stability. And, you know, it's in that sample thing that I just showed you that I have. One of them has ashwagandha in it.
Okay.
It does. It's for, like, it helps with concentration and all kinds of other cool stuff. So it's, like, you know, really super dope that, like, they have found things, vitamin C too. That's why people like take mushrooms and drink orange juice.
Yeah.
You know.
That's one for you right there.
That's definitely
mushrooms and any kind of citrus.
Yeah, it'll definitely set it off way harder. You know, I microdose, I do, but like I also take them sometimes just for like, you know, recreational purposes. And when I take them for recreational purposes, like, I feel like because I microdose, they don't get me as bad as they do other people. Like, I remember one time I took them with that chick we were just talking about in the house. And she was like, hold my hand, take me to the hospital. I'm going to pass away. Like, and I was like, you're fine, bro. Just take a deep breath. Like, you're all right. I'm like, bro, you took one gummy. I took 4. I tattooed us right now. Like, what is going on? Like... But some people, you know, because they don't do them all the time, it hits harder.
Right.
I feel like when you microdose, though, like, and then you take them recreationally, it's a lot more mellow. That it's more, like, enjoyable than your average, like, oh, I'm going to take this 1/8 and here we go. Follow the rabbit.
No. Down the hole.
Down the rabbit hole.
Horrible.
And I honestly think that, you know, microdosing is also better for your body, for your health, than taking stuff like, you know, that is prescribed by the doctor, that is, you know, pills and chemicals and all kinds of, you know, other who knows what's it's in there.
Now, I've heard some people are allergic to the mycelium, the mushroom itself, which is really crazy. So be careful if you're allergic to mushrooms or something like that, or even penicillin. That might not be something that you want to do.
Yeah, always check with, like, a medical professional. Tell them, like, what your plan is. Ask if it would interact with any medication you do take or have to take, because that's always smart. You want to be safe. Safety is number one.
Always.
But as far as the rest of it goes, like, I don't know, even when you first start to microdose, I know some people, because they don't participate and have not participated, they do get a little bit of a, like, weird mood elevated feeling from it. But that dissipates over time, and it becomes more like you don't feel that. You just feel, like, relaxed, like less tense, less anxious, less stressed about things. And it's just like, we have this tool in our hands that can really help people who have severe forms of CPTSD, PTSD, traumatic events that cause, like, a lot of psychosis and fear. Like, we have a tool.
Yes.
And it's just like, it's not being talked about enough. It's not being, like, brought to the people enough, because, they're like, oh, well, how would we sell our Prozac and our Xanax then? If all these people knew that there was an option that you could just take some vitamins with it and your mental health improves significantly.
Yeah.
Like,
That's the truth.
And it is.
Big Pharma and a lot of other places don't want you knowing about the natural healing of the world, because they're in the sick business. They're not in the healing business. And if you can stay sick, you're making them money.
Exactly. And that's what's ridiculous, is, like, we as people need to start sharing this information with each other, because we deserve to be healed, not just to be treated. We deserve to have, a bright outlook on our future from the methods that we're using, as opposed to, well, what other things are going to fail in my body 10 years down the road because I've been taking these pills that long. And they're not good for your liver or your kidney or your heart or whatever,
Yes.
Like, it's literally to a point where, like, holistic healing needs to be, like, pushed up to the top, because a lot of it really does work. It's science. It's just not their science. And that's why it's not practiced and preached and spread to the people.
Every herb that has grown from the earth is a healing plant. It's good for something. Just don't use it for cooking. Use it for healing your body. I mean, there's a many other thing that you can use natural herbs that will also help, this very thing with psychosis and things of that nature. You just have to do your research. But definitely mushrooms is one of the things at the top of my list for people to use that have gone through serious traumas, have severe clinical depression. Disclaimer, I am not a doctor. This is only some good advice and entertainment.
Well, neither one of us are doctors, but we are healers. We do practice what we preach, and we try and, spread the word to others, because, like, no, we're not doctors, but we also know that we've been to doctors, and choosing the holistic path has worked better for both of us.
Yes.
Like,
amen.
So much better.
Definitely.
Like, and let's, like, that book in there that I have, I'm going to start making stuff out of it and trying it, and the things that work, I want to try and mass produce and, give out to the people, like, cause that is, like, right now with my psoriasis, I know you saw, it's really bad. It's worse than it's been this whole time. And there's a balm in there for it, and I just have to go get the stuff when I get paid again, so I can make it, because, like, I honestly, like, everything I've tried works temporary. The hydrocortisone, the medicated cream, everything, and it all comes back worse. Dude, the whole back of my thighs is spots, little spots. They hurt so bad. I can't sit down. I can't move. I can't lay on my bed comfortable at night. And nothing that I've tried has helped. And I don't want to go get injections of some chemical into my body that can rape my immune system. Like, I'm good on that, So it's like, I'm going to start trying the things in there. There's an oral tincture in there for skin and immune system. And then there's also 2 topical balms that I'm going to try. Okay. So fingers crossed. Like, but I think people look at mushrooms and they see like, oh, that's a drug. That's a hallucinogenic drug. And
we
it's
go back
like
to the flower child times.
Yeah. To an extent it is, but at the same time, like, so are all those actual drugs you're putting in your body from these people. So, like, wouldn't you try the more natural of the two?
I feel like the drugs that are prescribed to you are going to always be worse than what you can get naturally from the earth. That's just a A+B thing. Like I stated before, these medical facilities and companies are only out to get your money. They're not in it to heal you. And so why not do the research on your own or with someone that you trust or a holistic healer, and that someone that is in that line of medical profession to help you sit down and figure it out what is you need from A to Z.
Yeah, because there's an herb or a natural remedy for just about everything.
Yes. And please do not knock it. Go look it up. Do the research. Get on YouTube. Get on your computer. Chat GPT. Use Gemini. Like, we have
old school shit. Go to the library. Go to the library, read a book.
That too. Please go to your local library and support them. They need help. No joke. But go and figure it out for yourself and trust yourself in figuring out what it is you need for your mind, body, and spirit, because you're worthy and you deserve it.
Yes, and everybody deserves to also feel like mentally sound. Like, I can tell you right now, anxiety and depression and, like insomnia, all those things can be devastating to like your mental health. And if you are not mentally well, then you're not making the best decisions for your life and you're struggling, and it just it's a cycle, and we got to help people break this cycle.
Get off that hamster wheel.
Because, like, dude, we are literally in a country where you are going to have to fend for yourself. Everything you earn, everything you get is you. Like, it's not what you know, it's who you know. So if you don't know the right people, you're going to have to work 10 times harder than the other person. And in the end, dude, like, it's exhausting, physically and mentally exhausting for everyone. And this is just a way to give you like a little leg up on life. And like, for those of you who are concerned with jobs and drug testing because of microdosing, most jobs do not test for psilocybin. They don't. It's a completely separate test. It's expensive. Nobody wants to do that. So like, they test for marijuana, and then they test for like, opioids, barbiturates, and, like amphetamines. Jinx, you owe me a soda. That's very popular where we are.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So that's why that popped out like that.
Don't be on drugs. Not the bad ones anyway.
Hugs, not drugs, okay? But, like, weed is also good for depression if you find the right strain. Like grounding, meditating. But for the repairing, like, the brain trauma, like the mushrooms, like, the mental brain trauma, not actual brain trauma. You cannot, like, just put mushrooms on your head wound, okay? We're not trying to tell you that right now. I don't want anyone to feel misinformed.
Oh my God.
Like, for healing your trauma brain injuries that come from mental health and PTSD and stuff. Yes. Mushrooms is probably one of the best things you can do. Like I said, St. John's wort, vitamin B12,
ginkgo biloba.
Yes. There's a lot of things that you can take also
Black cohosh.
Yes.
It's the many a thing. Do your research. I cannot stress that enough for the crowd out there that wants to heal themselves naturally. Do your research. Ask. Now, I'm going to tell you, most medical professionals that want your money are not going to tell you how to do this. But if you find a herbologist or someone that is into herbs,
an apothecary,
things
something
like
of that nature,
you will find your tribe when it comes to you wanting to heal your body. If that is the utmost thing that you want to do, is get your A to Z right, you will find somebody to help you with that. And don't be in a rush to do it. Take your time, because you are worthy of finding the right people and not someone who's just going to tell you what you want to hear.
Amen. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna wrap this up. I think we got the point across.
Yeah.
But if you ever have any questions, feel free to drop them in the comments on the podcast. I will put a link on here with her social media, whichever social media she chooses. That way you guys can, go directly to Miss Jasmine herself, because she's a healer as well, and she also does, tarot readings, and she makes amazing things. So, we always got to shout out and support our homies. Hey. It was lovely,
Thank you for
getting
having
to
me.
have somebody on the podcast finally. You were my first.
Hey, it's such an honor. Hey, big ups.
So, guys, thank you for joining us for Spiritual Bong Water. And, we're always over here spilling the bong water about things. But you guys tune in next week, and we'll have more regular episodes coming again. Sorry, I was going through it.